So this is how I make a Wordala or a mandala. As you can see, I don't bother with compasses because I can never find my compass. So I just use whatever circular items I have to hand to make me guidelines, because most of us find drawing a circle by hand quite difficult. You can see I've just marked the center point as well, and I do that with a pencil. Then you can move on into pen or pencil and write the keywords or the questions that are on your mind at the moment. Then once you have those down, you can start creating a pattern which helps you to move from one side of the brain to the other. And whilst you're making that pattern, you'll find then that the answers to your question often start coming to you. So I hadn't pre-planned this at all. These words just came up for me as I was creating those petals. You can see this is speeded up 4 times real life, but there are places where I stop and really kind of think. No, less think, more allow the words to come to me. So that's what I'm doing there, and I realize that's all the words that are going to fit, so I just add those dots to add to the circle. Then it's back to using the pencil to create more form. You can go straight in pen if you're confident. You can go over the top of it in pen. This is when I realized that I couldn't find a rubber, so I'm doing double petals, and I actually quite like the look of it in the end. This word then came to me, power. Healing is a form of power, so that felt very resonant for this piece. So then I put those letters in again into the petals. It's something I like to do a lot, is to integrate the letters and the words into the shape itself. An idea then came to me, so I wrote it down in pencil beside, one so that it doesn't distract from the complexity of the picture that's emerging, and 2 just as a note to myself so that I can then carry on those ideas in writing. Then whilst that is kind of filtering in, I decide to add a bit of colour. I'm using oil pastels here, which are a great way to add colour in quickly. You can see they're nice and bright and vibrant. And as I'm doing the purple, I suddenly realised that a purple is a mix between blue and pink, so I use blue and pink to make the inner petals. And then this yellow really makes me feel that sense of power, and power is the thing that's coming through, so I want to really increase that yellow. And as I'm doing that colouring again, this idea comes to me that the previous piece of work that I did for this course, the doodle from the subconscious, was kind of like a death figure overlooking life in a kind of concentration camp, and suddenly this idea of POW, power, as I'm writing it in this mandala, I realised that POW, prisoner of war, all of that's kind of coming together for me, that we're kind of held prisoner almost in life by death. So I want to kind of really incorporate, healing is the bridge between life and death. So that's what I'm sharing there with you.